I picked up a number of these old vintage Tektronix oscilloscopes recently that were being disposed of, and I got them all working, and now I'm in a dilemma trying to figure out what I'm going to do with all of them. These two on the card I use quite a bit actually. This transistor curve tracer, that's a lot of fun to play with, and this 585A, it's a 100 megahertz oscilloscope. It's got 2 channels. It's working great, so definitely I can get some use out of that. The 541As, I don't use it as much, but I'm not going to get rid of it. And then I had this 535A that I didn't really need, didn't have an application for until recently. I just discovered, by of course looking around on YouTube, that there's this thing called Oscilloscope Music. There's at least a couple of guys that have been doing this for a long time, a number of years, and it's kind of like Lissajou patterns, but they do a very complex, Lissajou on steroids, and it's pretty amazing what they can do, drawing pictures with sound. And one of these old analog oscilloscopes is perfect for displaying those. Now I picked this one to do it, to be my dedicated Oscilloscope Music Display Machine, mostly because of the CRT. It has a larger display field, and it has a beautiful blue-green phosphor display. I always liked it just for that, but it really makes the oscilloscope music look really cool. So what I've done is I've taken out the graticule, because you don't really need that. And this one is removable, where some of them it's kind of built into the CRT. So I'll kind of show you what the oscilloscope music looks like if you haven't seen it yet. But I figured that'd be an excellent use for this old oscilloscope, since I needed to find a use for it, and now I've got one. So let me get it set up and I'll show you how it works. Here's my setup. I've just got the laptop plugged in here, and it's got a USB connection coming out of the laptop going into a D-to-A converter, and then that feeds into my regular stereo system. So it's analog from then on out. It goes through the power amplifier and then up to this speaker distribution center up here, where I've actually just tapped right off the speaker wires and go straight on into the oscilloscope. And so when you play music, where'd it go? Oh, got the intensity turned down. It's kind of hard to see. I'll turn the lights out a little bit so it'll be more visible. Get some video of it. There it is, displaying on YouTube what you should be seeing on your oscilloscope. Alright, there's the relatively bright beam here before the music starts, so let me get this going.
I want to show you something amazing. I'm running an audio signal through an oscilloscope. We can see exactly the same wave that we're hearing at the same time.
This is a fellow named Jerobeam Fenderson, and this is his kind of Kickstarter file that he did a few years back to try to get money to get into this, but it's a pretty good one, pretty good sample.
You're going to say. Nowadays, anyone with a bunch of spare waves can actually draw mushrooms on an oscilloscope. Or butterflies.
I really like this oscilloscope too, but it has a bit of a memory to the screen, so I don't think it comes across as well in the video, but it looks really cool in person.
Does it?
was really impressed with how you can draw pictures. You saw that little picture of the little girl's face that flashed up there, and you know, the bicycle riding. I don't know how you do that. It amazes me. It's a little bit mesmerizing just to kind of sit and watch this and listen to the sounds. You can control the size of the display, of course, just by turning the sound up and down. Down, up. So I usually try to set it up so that a comfortable listening level that fills the screen. Just about here.
Anyway, this is what I'm gonna do. I will make an entire audiovisual oscilloscope album for you.
This amazes me too. I don't know if that comes across on the display. It's kind of doesn't show as well, but it's actually writing text with listen to patterns. How do you do that? So anyway, that is internet, oscilloscope music. That's what it looks like. So I found a use for one of my old oscilloscopes. From here on out, at least for a while, the 535A is going to be a Oscilloscope Music Display Machine. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.